Hi, everybody. It's Chantel Richey. Welcome to Thirsty Thursdays. And we're experiencing this new normal, this new phase, and things have been ramping up, and so I think it's a good time for me to go ahead and look. It's got my little glass of wine. That's actually really good tonight. You didn't watch me. You didn't come on here to watch me drink. You're trying to see what my opinion is this week about this, that, and the other. So I didn't put my little I always forget to put up my little banner. Where is it at? This is this one. This is that one. This is Thirsty Thursdays. There we go. Um, let's see. What are we talking about this week? Oh, well, let's first of all let let's talk about the nitty gritty. Let's talk about you know numbers are spiking with the corona. Um, and I think it's time that people are starting to get scared again. They're starting to get nervous. They're worried about, their income. They're worried about if they're going to get it. They're worried about how it's spread. And I think people have forgotten, really, to take a moment to breathe and why we're doing the things we do and what we're supposed to be doing to help us move forward. So this is kind of going to be an infomercial. No, it's not going to be that. It's going to be talking about what is safe, what is not, what I've experienced, what I've experienced. Um, and I think the one thing I'm going to say I experienced the most. Oh, I got to take back the comments. Oh, hey, Erica, good to see you, darling. Um, you know, there are so many things that are out there, and there's so many ways we protect ourselves, and there's so many ways that we're getting twisted in our heads about all of this. Um, Be vigilant. Darcel says all the time, and I really took the phrase from her: "Be vigilant, but don't be afraid." When we are afraid, we make mistakes. When we're afraid, we do stupid things. When we're afraid, we spread hysteria and we spread false ideals. Um, you know what this reminds me of? Honestly, it reminds me of people now who have decided to go on Discovery or Truvada, for those who don't know those fancy words, when they decide to go on PrEP. Now, let me educate y'all a little bit on PrEP. PrEP is a pill that we can take, and then if something happens during a moment of erotic pleasure, we minimize our chances, and nothing's 100%, but 99.9% minimize the chances of getting HIV. Within our culture, everybody, everybody has kind of, I think, taken this to a whole nother level. Because here's the truth, I take it. But I don't take it, well, I don't take it because I'm out being the last of the big hot mamas. I take it because accidents happen. Let's tell the truth. About 10 years ago, an accident did happen. And here I took every precaution possible, like I'm supposed to, and yet I still had to deal with not knowing if I contracted HIV. Well, so now we have this pill, and now people, and now there's other things get ready to come out too, but now people take it and they think, oh, well, I could just have wild and crazy sex without being protected. There's a rise of syphilis cases in Orlando, in Orange County. There's syphilis, there's hepatitis, there's gonorrhea, there's chlamydia. None of that is protected by this one pill, but all of a sudden, because there's this one pill and you can't get the one that can destroy your immune system, now all of a sudden you can just fly willy nilly. It was amazing to me sometimes that people were so worried about wearing flip flops in the shower at the gym because they don't want to get someone's athlete's foot, but they're not worried about anything else because they're taking this pill. Okay, so that's kind of our society right now. People who think they're invincible, people who think they know they're doing, and it's getting hysterical, and not funny wise. People are getting hysterical with their reactions, and now we have mask shaming. Hi Shannon, thank you for watching. And we do have mask shaming. You're wearing your mask. I've had people comment about that of pictures of mine. You weren't wearing your mask. If I am with my core people, and like if you're with your family or with your partner, and you're not wearing your mask with your partner, that that's okay. If you're not going to wear your mask at home 24/7, you're not going to wear your mask around your children. If you've been quarantined with 5 people, you don't need to wear your mask. If you're in your car by yourself, you don't need to wear your mask. When you wear your mask, it's because either someone's going to get in your personal space because they're not wearing one, or you're in a crowd of people where you can't avoid be within 6 feet of somebody. It is shared, exchanged, and given to each other by saliva. It is within the fluid that we pass the virus. Whether the saliva goes onto your hand, you go onto a door handle, someone else behind you hits that door handle, they rub their face, gets too close, it's in, that's how it is. It's not an airborne virus. So you don't have to, if it was airborne, if this was an airborne virus, lived in the air, floated on the air, transferred just from breathing, honey, we'd be that movie Pandemic right now. They would have had us all locked down. So when you wear your mask, excuse me, I'm going to cough. Now, can anybody get it right now from me? No, for 2 reasons. One, I don't have it. Check my temperature every morning. I'm that paranoid. But when I go out and I'm in my car, there's no mask on. Turn off my vehicle. I grab my mask. I say, you know what? I'm going to make sure everybody feels comfortable around me. So that I put my mask on. But you notice how nice and shiny it is? So I hope y'all can still hear me. If you have glasses, make sure you have a metal bar here so you can pinch it close so you do not get steam on your glasses. And now when I'm walking through a crowd, I'm still not going to go shoulder to shoulder with somebody. I'm still going to try not to get 6 feet within somebody. I'm trying to stay out of spitting distance because I'm not trying to get anybody's spit. I'm trying not to get it from anybody. I'm not trying to give it to anybody. And that's the thing. The incubation period, you may not know you have it. You could actually get through the entire, some people are so blessed, they get it, nothing happens, asymptomatic, goes away. That's why we still wear the mask. You're asymptomatic, doesn't mean you can't still cause someone some harm. But that person walking by you without a mask on is just like that person having unprotected sex, even with PrEP, because you're not protected. We are all responsible for our own personal safety and our own personal protection. That being said, we can only control, we can only do our best to give people the right information, but we can only do our best to set people up for success. Last night, here I am at the world famous Parliament House, hosting my bingo. Now, this is the second week we've had bingo. People felt comfortable to come out because we moved it from the video bar and we were in the disco. We had tables spread out. People were within their family groups at these tables. And when I say family groups, I knew the people that were there. They were the people that they live with in one group. There was a gentleman there that did wear a mask. Had a wonderful time. At the most, there were 4 people per table. And these are the good long tables, too. We had a great time. And everybody felt safe. And everybody felt safe with their social distance. And they felt safe with each other because there was that respect. Except there were a couple of guests there who were super fans. They drank a lot. Well, one was a super fan, one drank a lot, one was both. And now the one that was drunk wanted just a Corona or not, he should not have wanted to try to hug me that much. And I kept going, baby, come on now, baby. No, we're good. Well, and the other one was trying to talk to me. And it was on these, the ones that talk, they go, girl, you're this, girl, you're this. I'm like, oh, girl, yeah. And they're doing this, and I'm doing this, and honey, seesaw. People that were not respecting my space. And I'm sitting there going, I'm keeping my social distance. Oh, but you're one of those people that don't believe masks are necessary. So I didn't have a mask on because I had no intention of being close to anybody. I need to be able to speak. Um, so I discovered, hi Veronica, I discovered the fan. And I was fanning myself. And as he would get closer, my fan would get closer. And then all of a sudden, he didn't realize I wasn't fanning him. I was blocking him. I rebuked him in the name of love is love. And then all of a sudden, I would stop. And this became my new shield. Because now I'm blocked, covered nose, mouth, and I can see his eyes. And I just look like I'm trying to be demure and I'm trying to be innocent. No, I was trying to block him. Sometimes we have to find creative ways to protect ourselves. So for all y'all who are fans out there and you're out in public and you don't have time to get your mask on, or you're in the club and someone gets into your space, forget, clap in front. That will wake them up. That will get them in their personal space, and that will protect you. Um, I don't take this lightly. Um, Veronica, good to see you, sweetie. Oh, two Veronicas on. I love that. My stepdaughter and my friend. Um, that I mean, so I don't want to take this lightly at all, because in truth, there are um, there are people that have passed away that I know and I know of. Um, there are survivors from the hospital that I know. One is still fighting after almost 3 months, um, trach and all, and that's real. That's real. So for all the people out there that want to, and here's another thing too. If you're going to if you're going to spit out your truth, stand on your truth, stand on that platform and condemn this, make sure you're condemning all businesses that do it and not just the ones you're trying to make sure get the damage. Because like I said before, I have seen how the public acts and reacts. Um, I am concerned about my show tomorrow, The Ladies of Savoy. Last week we were set up for what I thought was going to be success. When we started the show, we had moved it into the main bar, and everybody was at their individual tables. We were going to just work the runway. We've been fine, right? What happened? Everybody decided to come in um, from the patio. We had everybody come in from the front, and all of a sudden we had two big groups. And I'm sitting there going, this is not social distancing, no matter what we did here at Savoy. And here's also the process. They got their temperature taken, they were required to sanitize their hands, and they were each handed a mask and said, wear this. Um, and then people decided after they've been drinking, I don't need to wear a mask. I'm fine. We're all fine. No, you put our business in jeopardy. Um, and that's not fair. It's not fair. It's not right, especially when the team was in place. We are scanning your temperature. We're cleansing, running around. We had staff that was cleansing all night. Um, but people felt entitled. Your entitlement stops where my safety begins. So tomorrow night, I'm going to say tentatively we're having our show. Um, I told the ladies of Savoy we're moving back into the showroom. I'm going to go in early and set up the room. And it might turn into if you don't have a seat, I'm sorry, the show is closed. We might entertain just a small group of people. We might have to do two. I don't know, but if I can't maintain a safe atmosphere for my ladies, our show is going to have to go on hiatus until we can. Um, Brandon and Patrick and the entire staff of Savoy put our guests' safety first, and they're doing every attempt to make it safe. But an inebriated clientele, heck, some of them sober, and this entitlement, don't ruin it for everybody. Um, I do want to say I went to Universal Studios, uh, and with my bestie. Oh, well, that's going to be the last topic when I say bestie, with my bestie, Eric. And we didn't know what to expect. Oh, I have to know, this is a delicious wine. Mm-mm-mm. I go in waves on my drinks, y'all. So, went to Universal, and when I tell you, they had, you're right. Yeah, 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 and Dion, you're right. You're right. And tell the truth, everybody, everybody, we got to talk about the problem and not blame it at one bar. Because I know that Hammered Lamb also had to put out a statement about don't jeopardize my staff. You know, Orange County now just announced that masks are going to be mandatory starting at midnight Friday. Um, and it's because people don't know how to act right. Now, I'll tell you the place to act it right that everybody should feel very comfortable going to if you need to get out. That I can say it because I've experienced it. Was Universal Studios. And let me tell you what they're doing. First of all, if you're an annual pass holder, they have a line designated for you for parking. Prime parking is included now. It's free. You get out of your car. First thing that happens is they have marked. They have marked 6 feet everywhere. You get on the escalator, the people mover, and you see a person at every people mover with a rag and disinfectant, and they just stay right there and just keep that rag on it. So they're just constantly disinfecting it as it's rolling by. Bravo. You get to the end of one of them. First thing they do is temperature check. You can't even get out of the garage if your temperature is too high. You get past that person, they send you to the next station. Next station, everybody has to hand sanitize. Good for them. Bravo. Get into the park. And the park itself, uh, everything is set up for success. All the character performers are wearing masks. You cannot get to them. They have, stand and pose here. The character is in your background. So no hugging, no touching. They're providing you a photo op and keeping you safe at the same time. They do still have their floats that they'll bring out a float. Their float will do like a pop-up show and then be gone. No time for a crowd to really gather. When it comes to the lines, they will sit there, and once the queue in the line gets so long, and I tell you, there it is marked every 6 feet. Hagrid's, there's a marking every 6 feet. Can you imagine how many labels they had to print for that? But they did it, and every 6 feet they did it. And once it gets to a point where they cannot get everybody into the queue because it gets too long, it goes to virtual queue. And then you go on, you say, what's the next time I can get in this line virtually? Oh, uh, 2 o'clock to 2:15. Great. Boom. You have a 15-minute window to get in line. Don't get in it during that time? Too bad, so sad. But again, you get in line, you're every 6 feet, you see your markings, they're constantly cleaning the chairs, and you get to enjoy. Um, and it's not that busy because people are unsure. And so now's a good time to go ahead and go and enjoy. Trust, trust, trust that they are doing the right thing for you. And masks everywhere. Everybody had on masks. Every guest had on masks. The only time you saw people not wearing their masks, oddly enough, when they were having a beverage or when they were eating, and they all were gathered in their individual tables. Um, Even one of the Irish pub, there's no sitting at the bar. They have spread those tables out so much, and they have at one end of the bar a queue from outside every 6 feet. You go in, you order your drink, they deliver it, you're gone. He's wiping credit cards with antibacterial wipes, um, a box of unused pens, a box of ready to be sanitized pens. They're doing everything. So when it comes to that, and even the stores of City Walk, markers everywhere, Voodoo Donuts, had to wait in line. Ooh, worth every bite. I'll pay for that later. So as we move in, the whole goal is to not get shut down again. And there are people that will act right. There are people that won't act right. And that's why Orange County has now put out this new push. I had to tell my ladies of Savoy, if I tell them the truth, if you don't think you're going to be comfortable, you may want to stay home. I cannot control the crowd. I can only give them the tools and let's see what happens. I said more so after last night at bingo and those two guests who don't care about their safety. That's what has me a little bit more concerned about Savoy tomorrow. I think tomorrow's going to be very telling as to whether or not we're going to have to suspend our show or not. But safety first. Or maybe it'll be a pop-up where, you know, every hour one of the girls pops up on a box and does a number from a high, and then, people can do it, just watch from wherever they're at, but not move. Maybe that's what we do. We're going to try to figure it out. The bottom line is we're going to try to stay safe. So, please own your personal safety. Please help each other. But what's not helpful is when you go into hysterics on Facebook or scream or yell. Hasn't worked for a lot of things in politics, hasn't worked for a lot of things in religion. It's not going to work here. You can't hear someone screaming. All you want to do is tune them out. We need to talk. We need to do right by each other. And we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Billy is good. All right. So that being said, getting through it, I kind of hesitated earlier, and I'm trying to actually look into the camera, not look at the screen. I know what I look like, but I have always wrestled with something. This is my final topic of the night, y'all. I've always wrestled with saying the word "my best friend" or "my bestie." Here's why. If I'm out in public and I'm with somebody, I say, "Oh, this is my best friend, Eric. This is my best friend, Chrissy." It's okay because there's no one else around. When I say it here on Facebook or Facebook Live or YouTube or however you're watching me right now, I kind of have issue with it because if I say, "Oh, my best friend Eric's watching. Hi, Eric." I always wonder if anybody in the back of the mind is going, "I thought I was your best friend." And it's not like in elementary school where we really did say, "Oh, this is my best friend." Well, what about so and so? "Oh, that's my best friend too." It's a tier. It's a level. I was going to talk about best friends. I can't even say that about what I was about to say. I would say I have two of my longest friends, people I still talk to today, people who are still in my life and still affect my life in the positive, and they're blessings. One of them is Ben Schaefer. I met him in kindergarten, and he is still a part of my life. He brought his family down to Disney. His son, when he was real young, met Winnie the Pooh, and that was one of my biggest joys. He's still part of my life. I love it. And then, I've talked about Terry Richey Jackson, and her family moved to Ames, Iowa in the 5th grade, and she's the young lady that I actually stayed going to school with all the way through college. And she just recently moved to Orlando with her mom. And, that's one of my longest friends ever. And there are people that mean the absolute world to me. So they're in their own classification. I can say that. But I've decided to stop using the term best friend. Because there's a group of people that I know have been there through all of my lows, have been there through all of my highs. There are people that I've spent holidays with because they're family. There are people that I've stayed with through hurricanes because we felt stronger and safer together. There are people that I've lifted up and have lifted me up. There are people that when my mother died, they were the first ones I called because I didn't want them to hear it on Facebook. These are people who, when I've had my surgery, were the only ones allowed in the hospital because I didn't feel like I was a burden to them. There are people that I know, if something happens, they know I'm there, and I know they're there. Yeah, it's huge. And there are some people in my life that are growing into that inner circle. Inner circles can be any number of people. That I have some that are so well established in my inner circle because they've done all those things. And I know that I've done that for them or would do that for them. So I kind of don't say best friends anymore for that reason because they're all important to me and all have different experiences with me that cause them to be inner circle. Um, and that to me is huge, huge. So just I'm gonna say highlighting because there's someone out there going, well, I thought I was inner circle then. Uh, you are. I've just been drinking wine, but some of my favorites are Eric Durham, are Christopher Guy, Frank Archidiacono, Carol Tuttle, your whole family, mom, dad. Oh, see, someone just went out the window that quick. This is why I say, oh, of course, my Jake and my Katie. Your inner circle. We're there for each other. Oh, my sister. My sister. Well, I shouldn't have to. Well, I guess I do have to say my sister because Lord knows I can't say my father. Um, he's not even in. He's not even in the outer circle. He's somewhere. That's another story for another Thirsty Thursdays. But so to all of you who wrestle like I do with the phrase best friend, start using inner circle and letting people know. Kind of like Knights of the Round Table. He decided he wanted everybody to feel equal, be important to him. King Arthur had it right. He might be in charge of everybody, but everybody brought him something different, but of equal power. And that's your inner circle. They all bring you something different, but they bring you their own unique gift that makes them part of your inner power. So a salute to everybody that's within my inner circle. Thank you for bringing so much to me. I appreciate it. Um, this is when we wind down and I start telling you all the wonderful things going on. But the truth is, let's see what happens. We launched Latin night tonight at the Parliament House. I've been doing my Wednesday bingos in the disco with Sean behind the bar. Tomorrow night, I'm still going to put it all on. I'm going to go to Savoy. Now, last week they had lovely social distancing while watching RuPaul's Drag Race, so join us on the patio for that. We'll see how the night goes. I'm hoping people can behave and people will act right, and we can still entertain you from a safe and safe and proper distance. Um, but safety's got to come first tomorrow. So we'll do our best. We'll see what happens. Um, be on the lookout for information on gay days. Let's stay optimistic, and that's the other thing too. I don't chase a demise, and people like when I've mentioned that we rescheduled gay days for October. First reaction is, oh, they're not happening. It's not happening. We're going to get shut down. You know what? You might be right. But if you want to know how you're really heard, please watch any episode of Saturday Night Live that had Debbie Downer. I want to look forward to something. If it doesn't happen, it may not happen. It's a possibility. Anything's a possibility. But can we look forward to it? Can we look forward to when we can? Can we fantasize? Can we have that joyful moment? Or do you really want us to all be miserable and grumpy for the next 5 months? I vote for optimism. I could be wrong, but at least then we're talking about something joyful and not trying to bring the room down. Let's lift up. That's what I want to do. And if you can't lift up, honestly, if every one of your words right now are, this is awful, I hate everybody, blah, 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 I'm going to respect you, but I don't want to share in your negative energy. You might be 100% right. Let me say that again. You might be 100% right. But it's still depressing. And I don't want to be depressed. We got enough depression going on right now. So can we lift each other up and look forward to something? And if it doesn't happen, get postponed. Okay. At least then we had good times thinking about what was going to happen, as opposed to just, oh, well, nothing's happening, and oh, we got it. Oh, save that for someone who look. Save your misery for someone who wants the company. I'm going to uplift. I'm going to be giggly. I'm going to be happy. And if it means I go back to doing videos, I go back to doing videos. If it means that all I get to do tomorrow is be in drag and walk around and see my friends and have this out in front and be wearing my mask, outshining everybody in the bar, but still having a good time, I'm going to do that. If it means I don't get to do a show, I don't get to do a show. If it means that something gets postponed, it gets postponed. But if you're going to be one of those people that's going to try to get into my bright, shiny, cheery bubble, and if you're going to be the sadness to my joy, get out. Because love is love, and I love to look forward to the future. I love to look forward to hugging beautiful people like my beautiful Taylor's sister, Carmen. Glad to see you, darling. I look forward to still going out and getting some delicious sushi, sitting at a proper social distance. I look forward to going back to Universal Studios. I may even go and test out Disney Springs because I hear they're doing a great job too. I'm going to look forward to living my life and being responsible, staying away from people from a social distance. I'm going to have a good time doing it. Now, you want to be on the Bitter Bus? Be on the Bitter Bus. You want people to ride it with you? Just don't try to give me a ticket. I'd rather walk. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me in this round of Thirsty Thursdays. How did I do this week? I don't see how long I went. I don't think I went too long. Well, I'm winding this down. You know where to find me. You know, I'll post and keep you posted on what's going on tomorrow and every other day. We still have some exciting things getting ready to happen, and we're going to try to make them happen because we're going to live in positivity. Until next time, ladies. Oh, last week I ended with a video. I should have pulled one out. We'll do that next time because I'm going to. Come on, gentlemen, yes, let's walk up from a safe and proper distance. We'll be walking with delicious wine, or well, we should figure out a wine walk. A social distant wine walk. Oh, that would be fun, right? Now, see, that's what you do. A wine walk, socially proper distance. Yes, that's what you do. Love you. Oh, Mr. Gaines, Leather Market, love you too. Marcus, good to see you, darling. We're going to do this right. We're going to get through it. As long as we remember to lift each other up. Because if we lift each other up, we will rise above it all. And we are stronger together than divided. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I am Chantel Richey. Hoping your guys' lives are as exciting as mine right now during this corona because, well, corona brought me a nice surprising experience in my life, and I'm enjoying it. That's a teaser. I can't tell you anything more than that because if I do, I might jinx what's going on. And quite frankly, I like this ride. But we'll see how it ends up. I'll have to leave you at that. All right, that's it. I'm going to get out of here, y'all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Love each and every one of you, even the people who are scared. We're all scared. Just don't let it consume you. You're strong. You're invincible. Well, none of us are invincible, but we'd like to think so. And that's it. Tune in next time. I am Chantel Richey, former Miss Gay Days, hostess at the Boy, bingo host at the Parliament House. Wish you all to always have what? A gay day. I will see you next time, everybody.